Okay, so let's get started on some of the tools and sites that we're going to walk through. First, we'll show you the Ethereum org, CoinGecko, the MetaMask, Etherscan, Uniswap, Flipside Crypto, like we said before in the intro. Here we go. So here's Ethereum. The main thing to know about Ethereum is that it is kind of the main smart contracts blockchain. We're not going to get into too much detail about that. Essentially, smart contracts are just automated ways of changing records. So, for example, if you want to sell your house to somebody, you have to tell the county, who has to tell the federal government, who has to tell the state government. There's a lot of paperwork involved, blah, blah, blah. Here, we don't have houses on chain yet, but we do have property on chain, like NFTs, for example. Here is an automated way to say I transfer this to this person, and that's really all we really need to know. They're just automated ways of exchanging ownership, updating a database. But the cool thing is that Ethereum has a programming language called Solidity. There's also a few others like Viper. And if you know anything about programming languages, they tend to be called Turing complete, which just means they can do essentially anything that any other computer can do within this environment. But on Ethereum, it's more expensive because it's decentralized and blah, blah, blah. So really, the main things to know are Ethereum's community run. They really mean that. The Ethereum Foundation is very small. Most of the development of Ethereum happens from a bunch of random people. That's different from other blockchains, which sometimes have a lot of money and a big treasury and a big grant program, which is awesome. I think we need more block space and more competition. That's all good stuff. Ethereum has thousands of different applications. These are called decentralized applications. Really, that just means, hey, we have this automated way to do this kind of thing, whether that be trade assets or lend an asset or hold an NFT or store an image, all kinds of different things like that. So you can kind of go through this by yourself later. The main thing to get here is that you get a wallet. That's how you interact with the blockchain and kind of know which things are yours. There's 100 and something million Ethereum out there. There's some number of them held by each different person. So if you want to hold some, you get a wallet, and that gives you an address to say, okay, at this address is this guy's assets. ETH is the currency of Ethereum. It's how you pay to get stuff done. We'll kind of talk about that a little bit later in terms of smart contracts. You can use applications and you can build stuff on it. I like Ethereum the most, my personal preference. You'll hear some other blockchains that are similar to Ethereum. They use Ethereum virtual machine, so they're similar on the software side, but a little different in like their costs and how things work and blah 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 blah. So yeah, it's a cool site. You can kind of go through it in more detail. Again, just think of automation, automating paperwork, automating different kinds of interactions, like property switching and stuff like that. And you from there you can kind of think more about what else you'll be doing. Like, if you want to have off-chain data, like, oh, I want to have like a fake token that follows a stock price. There's ways to do that. You have people who are willing to put money to back it and redeem it at that price. There's all kinds of really fancy things that you can do, which we're not going to get into. But decentralized, smart contract, automation, all that stuff.